Alright, we're started. So, who wants to go first?
Hi! That was cringing.
I think before we start, let's go here. Yeah, let's actually introduce ourselves here.
Yeah, good idea.
Alright, so...
Sorry.
Alright, so... Authors first, since basically we're the cast of your story, Inkwell.
Well, hello. My name is Cracked Inkwell.
I am Lotus Moon.
I am Script Singer, or also known as MLP Gal.
I am Eight Notes Flame.
I am Sector the Changeling.
And
I am September Moon.
And this is basically our Nightmare Night podcast. Well, should we call it the Nightmare Night podcast or just like a regular cast podcast? I'm so...
I just realized I meh 2 times. And I said it wrong. I meant to say fudge cake. This is going to be very interesting.
Yeah, this is going to be a very interesting video.
Because some of us are actually going to say the real words, and then there's going to be my versions of the words.
Yes. Jesus
Yeah.
takes the wheel.
Yeah, especially when
Hello?
most of us have...
Okay. Sorry. Wait. Don't mind me. I'm choking on water. Don't mind me.
Oh dear.
As I was going to say, that this is going to be interesting since most of us don't really have a clue of what we're going to be hearing tonight.
Yeah, good point. I'm a little bit scared, especially since I'm most likely younger than all of you, so... I'm pretty sure September Moon's at least about my age. About.
Really? How old? Wait, is it okay if I ask that?
Yes, because I did do a thing for my birthday. I just turned 16. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well,
You just graduated, right, from high school?
I think you are the youngest. I'm like...
Funny thing is, I'm the youngest in my family, so... Yeah, I'm like the last for everything these days, most likely.
Everyone expects me.
I'm also the only one who swallowed dry ice.
Oh, Lord, but
I'm sorry, I couldn't help but bringing it up again, I'm sorry.
So, no, how that is even possible?
No, it is possible.
Can't be possible. Anything is possible, it's just that some things are improbable.
Okay, just a quick summary of what happened. Basically, if you don't know what Yoda soda is, it's like root beer, but it's actually 7-Up. But basically, there was a piece of dry ice attached to the lime sherbet, the ice cream, and then I didn't know about it, and then I ended up going to the ER at 2 in the morning. So yeah, I was okay though, just slight burns in my throat.
Ouch.
It's a good thing you're okay.
Yeah, at least I'm not dead. Wait, I probably shouldn't say that.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm sorry. I can't brain.
Knock on wood.
It's my crazy hour as usual.
Anyway.
You mean?
Oh yeah, that reminds me. There's very, very juicy stuff for this blooper reel in chapter 12. I even added in some warm-ups, like some singing warm-ups and a few voice warm-ups and things. So, yeah.
Alright. I think we should get started.
I'm sorry.
I think we should get started with the
Let's get
story.
started.
Alright, I think Inkwell should go first.
I'm sorry, what?
I think you should go first since... Wait, I can't remember whose idea this was, but like, we are basically the characters for your story, so I almost feel like you should go first.
Yeah.
Well, technically, I originally started the idea, but not the Halloween, podcast type of thing.
Well, technically, this Halloween party thing is pretty much my idea, so... Yeah, I can pretty much go first with mine.
And then I guess after that, we'll just like decide the
Sorry,
order
don't
of who
mind
goes
me.
next.
I missed the contest.
Aww.
Actually,
It's okay.
before I start, let's settle out this. Whose turn's gonna be taking what? Who's going next in a way?
I guess
Should I go next, or...
You could go next, MOP, and I guess I could go like after you.
Okay. It kind of feels
What
weird
about
being
advice?
called that. I'm not used to being called that. It's okay. I don't mind. Just, I just never really generally had something like this with me before because I've never really been in this type of thing until now.
Neither have
Well, me
I.
neither.
Well, if you've seen my podcast with Draco, then yeah,
Yeah, I
It's
haven't
just
finished
interesting.
that yet, but it sounds very interesting.
yeah, we're just really awkward.
Yeah.
When it gets into a lot of things,
Although
Okay,
that
so-
second one slightly has me concerned. But sorry, Inquo?
Okay, so after me, then UMOP Gal, and then Miss Moon. Who else should go next after that?
raise his hand up high.
Faithfully.
Yes.
Thank you for volunteering. Okay, and who's after that?
Oh, right.
We're pretty much down to Secta or September Moon.
I ain't got anything, so I'm here just to listen and be a good changeling here. I volunteer as tribute. I couldn't resist.
Now I just want to send a bunch of messages into the chat. I'm sorry.
Please don't.
You're pushing me over.
Okay, guys. Okay, guys. Let's focus here.
All right.
Let's
Okay,
focus.
excuse me for a minute.
Okay, let's focus here. So,
I'm good now. Sorry.
okay. So, me, LP Gal, then Miss Moon, then Eighth Flame, then September Moon. That's pretty much the order we're agreeing to, right?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So,
Alright.
if you guys are actually comfortable, I'm more than willing to actually start this whole thing.
I'm comfortable.
Sorry, what was that? I spaced out. I'm sorry, I spaced out a lot.
Let's get started to what
Okay,
we're
right.
come here for.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let the stories
This is a very long
begin.
intro.
Yeah, I'm pretty much going to do two stories with me. One is The Raven by Edgar Allan Poe,
Ooh.
and the other is something I've written for this podcast here, specifically for this podcast. One that I've written that's called A Silent Film.
Wait, before you start, I feel like we should rotate to this first round we each do our story, then maybe give a little commentary on each, and then we go around again in the same order for the second story.
Yeah.
So in other words, do one story at a time.
Yeah.
I can agree with that.
Wait, so it'll be one from Inkwell and then I'll go and so on and a.
Yeah, and
Okay,
then
I think I get it.
yeah, and I guess we can give commentary on our first story,
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
and then do the same
Fair
thing
enough.
again when we all finish our second story.
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay, fair enough. So, shall we get started?
Go right ahead.
Yes.
Maybe. I suppose. Sorry. Couldn't help it.
Yeah, and since I think I'm just gonna go ahead with mine, and considering that Edgar Allan Poe was actually pretty much raised around Virginia, I'm gonna try my best Southern accent here. So, for you guys who are actually from the South, I apologize in advance, but I'm trying my best here. Okay.
Do your best.
Hooray!
So, are you ready?
Mhm.
Well, I'm ready.
Very well. The Raven by Edgar Allan Poe. Once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered, weak and weary, over many a quaint and curious volume of forgotten lore, while I nodded, nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping as of someone gently rapping on my chamber door. "'Tis some visitor," I muttered, tapping on my chamber door. Only this and nothing more. Distinctly, I remember it was in the bleak December, and each separate dying ember wrought its ghost upon the floor. Eagerly I wished the morrow. Vaguely I sought to borrow from my books ceases of sorrow, sorrow of the lost Lenore. For the rare and radiant maiden whom the angels name Lenore, nameless here forevermore. And the sulken, sad, uncertain rustling from each purple curtain thrilled me, filled me with fantastic terrors never felt before. So that now, to still the beating of my heart, I stood repeating, "'Tis some visitor entrance at my chamber door. Some late visitor entering entrance at my chamber door. This is it, nothing more." Presently, my soul grew stronger, hesitating then no longer. "Sir," said I, "old man, truly your forgiveness I implore, but the fact is I was napping, and so gently you came rapping, and so faintly you came tapping my chamber door that I scarce heard you. Here I opened wide the door. Darkness there, and nothing more. Deep into that darkness peering, long I stood there wondering, fearing, doubting, dreaming dreams no mortal ever dared to dream before. But silence was unbroken, and the darkness gave no token, as the only word there spoken was the whispered word, "Lenore." This I whispered, and an echo murmured back the word, "Lenore." Merely this, and nothing more. Back into the chamber turning, all my soul within me burning. Soon again I heard a tapping somewhat louder than before. "Surely," said I, "surely this is something at my window lattice. Let me see then what thread it is, and this mystery explore. Let my heart be still a moment and this mystery explore. It is the wind and nothing more." Open here I flung the shutter, and when, with a many flirt and flutter, in stepped in a stately raven of the saintly days of yore. Not the least of sea made he, not a man to stop he or stay he, but in main of lord or lady, perched above my chamber door, perched upon the bust of Pallas, above my chamber door, perched and sat, and nothing more. Then this ebony bird beguiling my sad fancy into smiling, by the grave and stern decorum of my countenance it wore. "Though thy thought crisp be shorn and shaven, thou," said I, "art sure no craven. Gasp grim and ancient raven wandering from the knotless shore. Tell me, what thy lordly name is on the night's petulian shore." Quoth the raven, "Nevermore." Much I marveled of this ungainly fowl to hear this course so plainly, though it answered little meaning, a little reminiscing bore. We cannot help agreeing that no living human being ever yet was blessed with seeing a bird above his chamber door, bird or beast upon sculpted bust above his chamber door, with such a name as Nevermore. But the raven, sitting lonely upon the palace bust, spoke only that one word, as if his whole soul was in that one word he did outpour. Nothing further than he uttered, not no further than he fluttered, till I scarcely more than muttered, "Other friends have flown before. On the morrow he will leave me, as my hopes have flown before." Then the bird said, "Nevermore." Startled by this stillness broken by a reply so aptly spoken, "Doubtless," said I, "what is uttered it is only stock and shore, caught from some unhappy master, whom merciful disaster from faster till his song won a burning ball, till the daggers of his hope that melancholy burden bore of nevermore." But the raven still beguiling my sad fancy into smiling, Straight I wheeled a cushioned seat in front of the bed and button door. Then, upon the village slinking, I betook myself into linking fancy onto fancy, thinking what this ominous bird of yore, with this grim, ungangly, ghastly grunt, and ominous bird of yore meant by croaking nevermore. This I sat engaged in guessing, but no syllable expressing no to the fowl whose fiery eyes now burned in my bosom's core. This and more I divining, with my head at ease reclining on the cushioned velvet lining that the lamp lining going over, but whose velvet lining with the lamp lining glowing over, he shall pass nevermore. Then, methought that the air grew dense, perfumed from an unseen censer swaying by seraphim, whose footfalls trickled on the top of the floor. Right, I cried, thou God hath lent thee, by these angels has sent thee respite and nepenthe from thy memories of Lenore. Quaff, oh quaff, this kind of nepenthe and forget this lost Lenore. Quoth the raven, evermore. Prophet, said I, thing of evil, prophet still, if bird or devil, whether tempest sent or whether tempest tossed the shore, desolate yet undaunted, on this desolate land enchanted, on this home by horror haunted. Tell me truly, I implore, is there balm in Gilead? Tell me I'm poor, quoth the raven, nevermore. Prophet, said I, thing of evil, prophet still, if bird or devil, by the heaven that bends above us, by the God that we bolt the door, tell the soul with sorrow laden, if within this distant Aden it shall clasp a saintly maiden whom the angels name Honor, clasp us rare and radiant maiden whom the angels name Honor. Quoth the raven, nevermore. Be that one sign of parting, bird or feet, I shrieked upstanding. Get thee back to the tempest and nice Plutonian shore. Leave no black humor as a token of thy that spoken. Leave my loneliness unbroken. Quit the bus above my door. Take thy beak out of my heart and take thy form off my door. Quoth the raven, nevermore. And the raven, never flirting, still is sitting on the palace bust of house just above my chamber door, and his eyes have all the seeming of a demon's that is dreaming, and the lamp light over him streaming through his shadow on the floor, and my soul that from out its shadow lies is floating on the floor. Shall it be lifted? Nevermore. Phew.
I know the struggles.
That was absolutely amazing.
That was really good.
Your accent was great, and this is one of my favorite poems. I'm also sorry for all the chain rattling. My cat was like playing with something, and he would not calm down, so I just had to feed him something now. Now he'll shut up for a while.
Well, I just muted myself.
Yeah, I kind of muted myself because then I had to run downstairs to grab my little sketchbook to get an idea. Well, just in case I had an idea come to me.
Oh, why didn't I do that? Anyway.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, that's pretty much the first time I actually read something like that aloud here in a drama-like reading.
Yep.
It's not bad.
So, I'm actually glad you guys actually liked it.
I liked it.
that voice is perfect.
Thumbs up. I give it 1,000 out of 1,000.
Wow, really?
Yes. Yes, really. You know that's a bit of an overkill. Too bad. I was born to do overkill things. Oh, no, you weren't. Oh, God, I almost spit out my drink.
Oh, God. Alright.
Now then, I believe it's Miss MLP Gal's turn.
Oh, yes, I lost it. Oh, darn it. I don't know what to read, because I have a few. I guess I could do one of my original stuff.
Any story is welcome here.
I know, I'm just wondering which story I should do. Alright, so this is actually one of my first stories that I've written when I first started writing, around 7th or 8th grade, and I called it Mona Jones, and this one is called The Kidnap. I believe it's... No, wait, it's the wrong one, sorry. Okay, I'll just read Bloody Moon. Alright. So, yeah. Okay.
You ready?
Yeah. Alright, here we go. What you were... Okay. What you are about to read is true. It seems hard to believe, but it really happened. I am one of the 5 survivors. My friends and I saw the signs, but no one really listened. My first friend, Cody Lavara, saw the first sign. The moon was a weird crescent for a month. My second friend, Monica, saw the second sign. There was a blood moon, but it wasn't normal. My third friend, Sora, saw the third sign. We had total darkness. Only red moonlight. My fourth friend, Tuck knew this wasn't normal. I was the one who studied these signs and tried to warn everyone. My name is Sarah. We survived what we call the Bloody Moon. We are the only people left on Earth. We tried to save others, but they wouldn't listen to us. So we left our friends and family behind. We know that wasn't very nice, but we didn't really have a choice. The world was about to end. This is our story of what happened. The school bell rang. Everyone rushed up to the class except us. We would just calmly walk to our class, and we were always late. I don't care if I'm late. I want to talk to my friends, I sighed. Monica nodded her head in agreement. I'd love to catch up with you guys, she smiled. The final bell rang. We kept chatting until the principal came out of his office. Late again, kids, he uttered. Keep it up and you'll get a truancy letter. We continued walking. We made it to our classes, and after school we walked home together. I noticed the moon looked slightly strange. I shook my head, ignoring it. It was probably nothing, but I was wrong. Ugh, math stunk today, Cody groaned, snapping me out of my thoughts. Yeah, it was so boring, Monica groaned. I smiled at my friends. Until the teacher fell out of his chair onto the wet floor, we burst out laughing. We kept imitating the memory over and over. I stared at the sidewalk for a while. I'd better get home, guys, I sighed. I waved to them as I left. When I got home, I got out my moon research book for my project. I looked at all types of shapes. Nothing. I sighed and closed the book. When I went to the kitchen before a snack. I don't remember the rest of the day until I went to bed. The next morning, I woke up to the sound of my phone ringing. I picked it up. Hello? I asked. Hey, Sarah, it's Cody. Hey, what's up? Have you noticed the moon's been a weird crescent for a month now? I thought it looked strange yesterday, I uttered quietly. Know what it means? No, but I'll check. Thanks, I gotta go. I hung up the phone. I felt a little alarmed by the conversation. I grabbed my book and looked through the pages once more. Still nothing. I looked out the window, grabbing my phone, and texted Cody back. Me, I couldn't find anything. I received a text from Monica. There is a blood moon coming soon. They are really cool. You should check it out. I shook my head. I didn't have time for that nonsense. I decided to get some breakfast, clearing my head. I was starving. I became irritated when Monica would text me nonstop about the blood moon, so I decided to go ahead and do some research on the stupid thing. I found a page in my book about it, finding it interesting. When I asked Monica where the blood moon was, it's in 3 days. I did more research. When the day came, we met at the park, and we were super excited. The moon was so beautiful, we got tired and went home afterwards. The next day, I woke up to another phone call. I picked up my phone. Hello? I uttered, still half asleep. Sarah, have you looked outside? I glanced out the window. It's still dark. Why are you calling me? It's 9 in the morning. Take a closer look outside. I saw that there was complete darkness. Only light was red moonlight. Get everyone on the line now. I hung up the phone. I sent a text to my friends. Guys, look outside. Monica, that's not right. Sora, I saw this when I woke up at 7. Usually the sun's up by then. Monica, I'm an expert on blood moons, and this isn't normal. Chuck, not normal at all. Sora, you're the one who knows everything, Sarah. Know what's up? Meet me at my house, now. On our way. I immediately grabbed any books on moons I had, flipping through the pages, finding nothing. My friends then came into my room. Anything? Sarah asked. I shook my head. You? They took off their bags and pulled out a bunch of books. Got anything we could find. I dug into the books, looking for an answer. After what felt like forever, I found something. It was supermoon. It was a supermoon. They are extremely rare. I read it aloud to my friends. A supermoon has happened in 1991, but it was stopped by the world's hero, but not forever. It said it would come back sometime in the future. Legend has it, the hero from before would appear to save the earth once more. If the hero would fail, the world would fail. All mankind would die the worst death they would think of. The moon would bring your nightmares to life. The signs are a weird moon crescent shaped for our month, a blood moon, red moonlight. I looked at my friends in shock. Then I continued reading. If the hero fails, 5 friends must come together as one, or the world will end. We looked outside. No one noticed anything wrong. We will have one day to save the earth. I closed the book, looking at my friends. I was shocked. I found a map that fell out of the book. I picked it up. It's a map of the ship. For the ship, I uttered. I put it in my pocket. Come on, we need to get ready. We grabbed our bags. We stopped by my house, grabbing some supplies. We decided not to force anyone to come with us. We grabbed our bags, books, food, anything we needed. We told the mayor to gather everyone at the park. The next hour, the whole town was at the park. Everyone, I yelled. The end of the world is tomorrow. We will be able to save you all. We ask if any of you are willing to come. Everyone just stared at us. Then they began to throw trash, calling us crazy. We didn't see any volunteers, so we left. A little girl ran after us. Wait, she squeaked. I want to come. I smiled. My friend also ran after us. We told them our plan. The little girl's name was Emily, and my friend was Ella from Paris. She didn't live there long, so she moved here. We were able to get everything ready in time. We wouldn't sleep that night. We would already be dead by morning if we would. The morning came. Everyone was running in chaos. Demons were everywhere. People's worst fears came to life. People were sinking into the ground or being stabbed. My family were sinking into a pit. When they fell through, I could hear them screaming and their bodies being chopped. I stared in shock. Emma pounced on me, bringing me to reality. Her image changed into a demon. She tried to bite my arm off. I struggled. Wait, what? Oh, sorry, I lost my place for a minute. I struggled. She then changed to a shadow. She wrapped herself around my body, strangling me like a snake. I tried to breathe, but the pressure increased when I would exhale. I grew dizzy. Monica came out with a sword and killed the monster quickly. I then came back to reality. I heard Alice scream. I turned and found her head twisted in a bad direction. I was horrified. The body then pounced onto the sword and... Wait, what? What? Okay, there is a weird grammar error here. I'll just skip that part. We put on the monster charms to keep us from being harmed. Ella dropped hers. She was then being eaten alive. I tried to reach for her hand. Her arm stuck out of the monster's mouth. The monster sucked it in like a noodle. A demon took form of a vampire and sucked a little boy's soul. I shook my head. We can't just stand here. Come on, I uttered. We ran for our lives. A few people decided to come with us, but they all died too. Demons kept coming for us. They would fake forms of our friends and family. We almost died that day. When we got to the ship, I lost my life to a demon. Like, I lost my leg to a demon formed by a zombie. So I shot it. I died for about 5 minutes. My friend saved me in time. We lived in space for about 40 years now. Monica died after a few years after the Bloody Moon. Chuck and Cody died two years after, and Sora died a few days ago. It's just me now. That is why I've told you this story. I'm going home. I don't care if I die. I'm the last person alive. I want to go home before I die. Sora would have wanted it. His last words to me were, "Tell the story before you die. Go die on Earth and tell the story. I will go land on Earth and I will tell the story as I die, and they will carry it on. The Earth looks empty now. There is a time in life when you must die. Carry the story. Tell it to everyone you know. Pass it on. The Bloody Moon is real." That is very cringing, and I'm kind of glad I rewrote it. That's the original.
That was not. I wouldn't say it's cringy. I say it is amazing.
Yeah.
I just. What?
I liked it.
I said
It is.
okay.
Sorry. Yeah. I just. That was written when I was a freshman year, and if you guys remember the Blood Moon that happened actually in 2015, that's what it was based off of.
Oh snap!
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I kind of like the rewrite version better because it's just it's less choppy, I guess you could say. I don't know if I want to say choppy or sloppy, but that's one of my original stories.
I give it 100 out of 100.
Yeah, I suppose. It's just I remember feeling kind of what's the word? It was kind of cringing when I wrote it. Like I knew it was going to be cringing, especially at the part where they go to the town and try to warn everybody because I wasn't sure how to write that. I was still learning, and I just yeah.
It pretty much.
I don't know how to write certain scenes.
The part where they went to the town to warn everyone kind of reminded me of Twilight. When she was freaking out, thinking, oh, in a week there's gonna be this huge disaster, and like everyone laughed until like because she was wearing something from Pinkie Pie, but then everyone took it seriously. But in this story, it was like a natural reaction. Like no one's gonna believe, oh, the world's coming to an end.
It was kind of like going for like an awkward chirping moment, and it was gonna be like, "Boo, you stink!" and then like everybody throwing tomatoes and stuff. At least that's how I think of it. So.
Well, that's a fun way. That's an interesting way to think of it, at least.
Yeah.
So I believe it's Miss Moon's turn.
Yes, it is my turn.
Yes.
This is. No problem.
Wait, did I stutter a lot?
A little bit, but not a lot.
Yeah. It was because it was the format. Like things were kind of like big worded. Like 2 letters were big in one word. Because it was basically that was back when I wrote things on paper. So.
You're fine. Anyway, let's turn this over to Miss Moon here.
Yep.
Yes.
Alright, everyone. This is not a story, but an urban legend. A Japanese urban legend. Please don't ask me why I like them. I just do. Kind of because, really, I also am an anime fan, so, like, a lot of the anime I watch, like, some of them are, like, based off of, like, urban legends. There were a lot to choose from, but the one I picked is called Kokuri-san. Basically,
What does that mean?
Basically, this is a game. It's kind of like Japan's version of our Ouija board, really. And the steps to have it are like kind of the same, but like not entirely. So.
Okay.
And this game is also really just played by school children asking questions about their future.
All right. I'll stay quiet and listen to this interesting tale.
Alright, so basically, unlike our version of a Ouija board, this game can only be played with 2 people. And let's see. So basically, two Japanese schoolgirls watch in breathless anticipation as a 10 yen coin begins to slide across a sheet of paper, slowly spelling out the answer to the question they asked. Now, when you start this, you have to follow specific steps. And depending on what you get, you have to still be very careful. To play Kokiri-san, like I said, you need at least two people, but you also need a sheet of paper, a pen, and a coin. First, you take that blank sheet of paper and draw a traditional Japanese torii gate at the top of the paper in red ink. Then on either side of it, write yes or no. Beneath that, write 3 rows of letters A to Z, and then one row of numbers from 0 to 9. You open a window or door so Kokiri-san can enter the room. The torii represents the gateway to a Shinto shrine, and the spirit will enter and exit through that. You place a coin on the red torii gate, and each person places their index finger on the coin. And then you call the spirit by saying, Kokiri-san, Kokiri-san, if you're here, please move this coin. Pretty soon you can ask Kokiri-san whatever question you like, and Kokiri-san will use the coin to spell out the answer. To end the game, you must ask Kokiri-san to leave by saying, Kokiri-san, Kokiri-san, please return home. The coin will move to yes, and then come to a rest on the red torii gate. When you are certain Kokiri-san has left, you must do these specific things. You have to destroy the paper. Tearing it to pieces or burning it will help. Then you must spend the coin that you use by the end of the next day. Now here's a warning. Kokiri-san is not dangerous, and it is a very much safer alternative than our Ouija board. However, it's very recommended that you do not play it. Many people can become upset or even depressed if they receive answers that they don't like. Also, please remember, Kokiri-san is a trickster spirit and can easily lie to you. Now, the story behind this is that Kokiri-san is a Japanese answer to the Ouija board, like I said, and like I also said, is played in schoolrooms across the year for ages. The game was so widespread in Japan that it sparked several hysterias in media and many schools officially banning kids from playing the game. Using a Ouija board, as we all know, can be dangerous because it can accidentally summon a demon or open people up to the possibility of being possessed. While Kokiri-san is much dangerous since the spirit you summon is a trickster spirit from the Shinto religion. Kokiri-san is the name of the spirit who is summoned during the game and provides the answers. It's an animal spirit, and it is a mixture between a fox, a dog, and a raccoon. The KOK in Kokiri-san is for Kitsune, which is a fox. The KU is for Inu, which is a dog, and the Ri is for a Tanuki, which is a raccoon. The fox can be either a trickster or a teacher. The dog is loyal and protecting, and the raccoon dog is full of mischief, but also a bringer of good luck. All of these qualities combine to make Kokiri-san. Now there are many questions you can ask, like Kokiri-san, who loves me? Kokiri-san, will I become rich and famous? Or Kokiri-san, tell me the date of my death. But as said, be wary as to what questions you ask, because some questions are better off not knowing the answer to. This game is, popular. Now, I recently saw this in something I watched a little while ago, but here's the twist. most of these legends are so popular, they spawn their own medium. For instance, Kokiri-san Kokiri-san has gotten its own manga and anime, which are both rather entertaining. So, if you want to know any more about this, please just watch the anime or read the manga. Don't try this game because, like it said, you don't know what you're gonna get, and some questions are better off left being unanswered. Okay, I'm done. I'm done.
Dang.
Too afraid to do it yourself.
Hooray! I meant to say that before, but I forgot I was on mute. So
Yes. Yeah.
I feel like it's more respectful.
There goes another thing that just boggles my mind a lot. Okay, good.
I'm not scared. I'm not scared to try this myself. In fact, if I was like not a believer, then yeah, I would probably be stupid enough to try it and then be the stupid one that taunts everything, and then end up getting the worst end of the stick for the whole game. And it doesn't even it doesn't like say what happens if Kokiri-san doesn't leave. But yeah, I guess the whole possession thing is pretty much what happens if it doesn't leave. So I guess the question is, which would you guys choose? Kokiri-san or an actual Ouija board?
I'll take a Ouija board any day.
I take neither.
Good job, Beanie.
Meh.
I choose neither. I mean,
What, Dad?
come,
Sorry.
I mean, come on.
I got a quick question. What anime was that from?
No, it actually is an anime named Gugure Kokiri-san.
Oh yeah, I think I played that.
based off of this game, and it just basically it's basically all three animals that combine to make this spirit haunting, quote unquote, haunting a little girl. So yeah.
Okay, so that's how it's made. Okay.
And
Nevertheless, that is genuinely creepy.
and terrifying.
What, that you can that you might actually summon a spirit that tells you good or bad answers, and
Well-
then yeah.
Well, for me, in my personal opinion, it just boggles my mind in another way. That just makes it feel confusing.
Well, this was the safer of the three stories I had picked. It was this, or the slip mouth woman, or the 8 foot tall woman.
No,
Don't-
let me go over that. Okay, let me explain.
Okay, everyone.
Mouth woman.
Okay, everyone, one at a time.
Oh, that you're kind of late on that, but the slit mouth woman. Basically, I had to do a project on her. What was it? Yesterday. Yeah, yesterday.
Why?
My partner had to write the entire story in sequential way, and I just sat there just let him do all the work saying,
Wait, why did you have to do a project on this?
Yeah, the slit mouth woman that goes around with fucking scissors.
Yeah,
freaks
that
me out, dude.
yeah,
that's
that
fine.
actually makes me not like that. I still want to go to Japan, like for some kind of trip, but like really, hearing that story makes me not want to like be out at night, either in a group or alone, because you never know what happens. I think like part of the story says that she goes after like children either one by one or like in a group too.
Yeah, that's
Anyways.
why when my partner Shannon, he was doing it, I was just creeped out. It just made me really disturbed at the same time, because that never actually happens, but there's a lot of things in the world that can. And
Yeah.
Anyways, I believe it's 8 Flames' turn here.
who's the eighth flame to speak of? Yeah, this nice stuttering machine. No, I'm kidding. Hey.
Entertain.
Do you have a story?
Oh, I have quite a story indeed.
Yes, entertain us with that sultry voice.
Oh, hey, that's my job. It's actually a crossover story between the MLP series and the show that used to air on Animal Planet.
Really? Which
What?
one?
Oh, you'll be surprised. But one, I'm not gonna do the intro of it after I read the whole thing because while I was listening to MLP Gal's reading of hers, I was looking for the actual theme with no voiceover of it, with only instrumentals. And surprisingly, I absolutely found one.
Oh dear.
Oh, let me go find the story. Oh, I'm doing this.
Prepare to get. I hope y'all got you. I hope y'all already used the bathroom already, cause this is gonna be scary.
How scary.
Well,
Oh, you'll
I
be surprised.
like 4 liters of water, so you're good to go.
And I just ran out.
No promises. I might listen all the way through. So.
And I just ran out of water. So I'm gonna try doing this without stuttering. So here we go.
Everyone, mute your mics now.
Okay.
Aye aye.
Hopefully my
Except for you, Miss Miller. Because we're going to need you to record this, of course.
Yep.
So for everyone else, mute your mics.
Oh right.
And hopefully my mic can pick up the recording since I'm not using my actual mic. Here we go. Oh gosh, so nervous all of a sudden. Okay. Late April 1975. A call comes into a rural Equestrian Emergency Services dispatch office from a mayor reporting that something odd is trespassing in our cornfield. A few seconds after the initial report, the line mysteriously goes dead. Local police are dispatched to the farmhouse and discover the mayor dead, apparently from fright, with mysterious scratches on the body and no sign of any intruder. And let's get this started and turn this volume a little bit down. And here we go. Oh, Bob Taggart did not tell me it's not going to start. Yep, here we go. There are creatures science refuses to recognize. But new technology makes us question what is real. If our eyes see it, and our cameras capture that it exists, enter a realm where fact meets fiction, science meets legend, where nightmares come to life. Do you believe? Lost tapes, Night Stalker. Brief flashes of static can be seen as a security camera powers on and begins to record, revealing in its view 2 large cyan eyes and a shock of pink hair. A hoof comes into view briefly and taps on the camera, causing it to vibrate. The screen shakes with each tap. Is this thing on? A voice is heard in the camera's microphone. Okay, I see a little light. That must mean it's working. I mean, I hope so. The face pulls back to reveal a hovering yellow Pegasus mare with bright pink hair and a soft expression. The camera begins to pan back and forth, revealing it's been placed over a chicken yard. Several hands can be rested on the ground. The Pegasus follows the camera for a bit before smiling and flying back down to the ground. The view flashes and changes to one from a handheld camcorder pointed at the Pegasus' face. Excuse me. Okay, day 1, the Pegasus says in the camera. My new security camera arrived yesterday, and I finally managed to get them. Finally managed to get them set up. Took me a while. I never was very good with technology. She frowns. Hopefully, they'll help me figure out what's been going on here at night. My poor animals can't take much more. In late June of 2007, Fluttershy, a local animal caretaker in the town of Ponyville, began to notice unusual activity around her cottage on the outskirts of town. Her animals were being disturbed at night by an unknown entity, and she began to discover animalistic scratch marks around her property. Fearful that her animals may be being stalked by a predator from the nearby forest, she purchased several security cameras and camcorder to investigate the situation and record her discoveries. What being recorded on her cameras was unlike anything she had ever encountered before. These are her tapes.
So, about 3 days ago, give or take, I began to notice strange things.
Fluttershy's voice can be heard in the camcorder's microphone. The camera is focused on a nearby wall where a rabbit hutch can be seen. Several rabbits look back out through the hutch as though wondering what the strange device now attached to the caretaker's face is. Excuse me. The camera zooms in to focus on some odd marks on the rabbit hutch. They look almost like claw marks.
So, these marks have been showing up around my home. I don't know what could be causing them, but from a cursory look, they might be from a small predatory cat. We have more than few around where I live, and I've seen them around more often lately.
The camera zooms in briefly on the marks before the scene switches to Fluttershy walking along the edge of the woods. The camera shakes a bit as Fluttershy gives a shudder.
I never was comfortable walking by the evergreen forest.
She can be heard to say,
Just knowing that there are so many dangerous creatures in there. Don't surprise ponies to hear that from the local animal caretaker, and for some reason I'm trying to shake. But the truth is even I'm pretty scared of what's lurking in there. If only because I know what they can do.
Excuse me. Denver-Free Forest is considered one of the most dangerous places of Equestria. The area is wild and untamed with unpredictable weather patterns. Freak, uncontrolled storms are common. The entire forest teems with poisonous plants, some of which are known to cause fatal sickness. The forest is also home to some of the most dangerous predators in the country: manticores, cockatrices, venomous reptiles and spiders, and perhaps something else. The camera is now focused on a small garden nearby. An old scarecrow can be seen hanging from a post in the middle of the field, its arms held out by a wooden door and its head hanging limply.
I really need to restop you.
Fluttershy's voice can be heard before she suddenly yelps, "Ouch!" The camera focuses down on something glinting in the dirt near the field.
What in Equestria?
Fluttershy asks. She gently nudges the object.
Wait, this is one of my grandmother's silver rings.
An emerald can be seen glinting as she picked it up.
How did it get out here? Looks like I've got more than one mystery. Fluttershy, darling!
A voice calls out, making Fluttershy squeak and fright and nearly drop both the ring and the camera before focusing on an alabaster unicorn mare with a purple, elegantly curled mane and tail. Her sapphire eyes are looking at Fluttershy with a mixture of concern and confusion.
Oh, I'm sorry to startle you, darling, but I tried calling you earlier. It's our spa day, remember?
Oh my God, Melody. Fluttershy's sheepish laugh can be heard in the camera's microphone.
It was? Oh, I'm sorry. I lost track of time. I'm not late, am I?
She asks.
Oh, not at all. Though, if I may ask, what are you doing with a camera? I didn't take you for the filmmaking type.
Melody asks.
Oh no, I'm just inspecting my property. Sorry. Oh God. Remember when I told you about my animals? I'm so sorry. I can't keep my composure for some reason. I feel embarrassed a little bit. Okay. My animal's getting scared. I'm so sorry. Oh, Jesus. Okay. But it can be seen. Not. Well, I recently got some security camera, and I'm hoping I can find out what it is and stop it. Excuse me. If I can. Oh, Lord. I'm sure you can. Nobody knows what. Nobody knows. I know like you do. Reggie says, ooh, I'm so sorry. Okay. If it is an animal,
Such I can be heard saying,
oh, I'm sure it is. It'll lift a stone's throw from the forest.
Birdie shut us up after speaking.
But we must leave now if we want to make our appointment.
Excuse me.
Oh dear, I'm coming. Okay, that actually sounded why I want to set out my mouth, but I'm going to get that out of my mind now.
Oh, sweet Celestia.
Oh Lord.
Fluttershy squeaks.
That's all. Yeah, bye. Hey, Will. I'm so sorry. I don't know why I'm so giggly today. I'm feeling embarrassed for some reason.
And sets the camera down on it.
Forget it. Oh God.
Forgetting to turn it off.
Both friends. Oh God, I should have never finished that one.
Both friends wander off back into town, their voices happily chatting until they can no longer be heard by the camera's microphone. By chance, the camera is focused on the scarecrow. For a tense few moments, nothing can be seen. Until two red pinpricks of light can be seen merging the scarecrow's black painted eyes, one brighter until they shine like two flames. A low, animalistic growl is heard in the camera's microphone. Oh dear. Fluttershy's journal for that day noted the recent scratch marks found near her rabbit hutch, as well as odd noises coming nearby from, but otherwise was unremarkable. Her animals reported that they had been hearing something moving in her. No, don't laugh. Don't laugh. Excuse me. In a small field. Where she... Damn it. Excuse me. Where she rolled off as wild animals from every direction. Those security cameras did catch something odd moving in a patch of corn. Ooh, excuse me. Later that night, the cameras have taken on a green, and as they scanned the darkness, the camera on the field bends back and forth. The little cornfield. Excuse me.
Okay, just breathe for a moment.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. Just take a moment to breathe for a second.
Yeah, we can't have you passing out of a giggle fit.
I'm so sorry.
Think serious thoughts.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Not being that loud, Dad.
I'm so sorry. Okay.
It's not you, it's me. Or if you were talking about me. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm calm. I guess that's my like, oh dear Lord. Okay.
Actually, I had to resist yelling Timberwolf though. Nope, don't lose it. Don't lose it. Think seriously. Don't think seriously.
Oh, wait. What is that?
Think calm, cool, and collected thoughts.
In the meantime, LMP Gala, let's mute our mics here so Eighth Flame can continue.
Okay.
Wait, what? Oh, right. Sorry.
Hi guys.
I can find the urge from laughing. I got this. Okay. And I forgot where I left off. Fuck.
Fluttershy reported seeing the scratches, I believe.
Okay. Oh, now I remember. Later that night, the cameras have taken on tint as they scan the darkness. Camera on the field pans back and forth across the little cornfield. Another watches a chicken coop. Oh God.
You doing okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm
Sorry,
fine.
I just couldn't help checking in, so I'll be quiet now.
Okay. I'm sorry. Dog scans over the remaining animal habitats. Quick pan to the left and then to the right shows that cornfield is stalled. No. The stalks are occasionally swaying in the moon. In the wind. Good, I'll be right back. I need some water.
Oh dear.
I'll be right back real quick.
Well,
Really?
maybe the water helped him calm down.
Probably not.
Yeah. Well, maybe. I don't know.
Gotta admit, this is entertaining. I'm doing
Choking on water.
I'm doing my best to hold in my own laughter here.
Yes, it is entertaining, but I am not laughing. Yeah.
I'm just trying to not
I am quite.
kind of get into trouble since my dad's watching Stranger Things. Sorry. What? Wait, what? I'm confused.
This is definitely going to be an interesting video. It's so fun.
Okay, Eighth Flame. Can you
Okay.
continue?
I'm so sorry about that. Okay.
Yeah, you're fine.
To be honest, this is the first time I'm actually with this story and reading it in front of y'all. So yeah, I feel like I'm in my high school days when I'm doing a presentation in front of everybody, and all of a sudden I feel giggly and completely nervous. Okay.
Hey, you're okay.
Okay.
And besides, it's actually getting good.
Thank you. Okay.
All right, everyone. Secto, mute your mic.
The stalks occasionally swaying in the wind, with the scarecrow sitting on its post. Wait!
You're doing good.
Okay, I thought I lost my place because I thought I was reading the scarecrow sitting on its post. The camera's vision suddenly flickers as it pans back, showing that the scarecrow is no longer on post. And I just realized I didn't close my door, but fuck it. The screen flashes to another camera just off the screen. Something is going. That is a weird word. Skulking. Yes, it's skulking past the rabbit touch, but gives it a white buzz when it spots something on the ground. Excuse me. But the scratching sound it makes on the rabbit hutch is enough to wake sleeping near the entrance. Excuse me. Which turns to face the thing and lets out a loud scream of terror. The thing bolts while a window near the hut glows with a light and then shoots open. The butter yellow Pegasus flying out the window to comfort the frightening bunny in full view of the camera. The idea of monsters stalking the noble at night is a tale as old as time itself. Oh, I know that, but children were seen as especially one of many is more likely to see such creatures due to special connection to the paranormal. Most terrifying of these stories told shape-shifting creatures may seemingly oh shoot, I just realized something that this is not the narration. I made a big mistake while reading that, but it's good. Amazingly, a black mist and the hatred that especially showing darkly tormenting points in the dark. Kimono, folklore historian, night stalker creatures appear in the tale just about every single culture on Equus. Most common ones told here in Equestria talk about this black. Excuse me. About this black mist-like being. Glowing red eyes. No. And then almost excuse me. And an almost sadistic nature that haunts and torments those who live near old live near old forest. These beings were said to be able to shapeshift or take control of objects and turn them against their owners in order to cause them harm. But the most striking feature told about them is their near pathological desire to cause some pain to their victim. They psychologically tone them and physically attacks like scratching, biting at night. For some reason, I'm being reminded of that horrible, stupid bad movie, The Wake, on YouTube. But this is totally different because that's not actually a cryptid creature. But anyways, burst of static appears before Fluttershy's face came into webcam. Eyes are too baggy and her hair is unkempt. It's quite clear that she did not get enough sleep to breathe after the disturbance caused by the frightened bunny. Take two. So I was woken up at about 5 o'clock in the morning. I heard Miss Cotton. Here comes Peter Cottontail, hopping on the pike. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. All of a sudden, the scientists from the Cartoon Network animation popped up to my mind when I hear Cottontail. When I heard Miss Cottontail squeak, took me almost an hour to get her calm. Oops, I did not mean to go in my narration. Oopsie daisies. She kept crying that there was something trying to get her babies. She just had a new litter and was definitely afraid for them. She begins heaving a great sigh. I finally had to let her and her family into the house for the night. She tells me that it looked like my scarecrow in the cornfield and that its eyes were like fire. No, it's not one of those mimic from that. It's not just from the like. The description alone frightens me. I'm beginning to think that it's perhaps a local hooligan trying to scare my poor animals. This is getting close to nightmare night. She seemed to shudder. I haven't checked my cameras yet. I'll do that as soon as I excuse me. I'll do that as soon as I get cleaned up and inspect the property again. The scene changes to show the view camcorder, this time taking a look near the cornfield. The scarecrow hangs limply from the post, its dark eyes seemingly staring at Fluttershy as she inspects the low walls. Oh Lord, now I'm getting creeped out all of a sudden. Okay, let's see. Nothing looks disturbing so far, she says. Camera pans around the walls as she scans for clues. Off to one corner, something glints in the morning sunlight. What the? She reaches over to find a pair of silver earrings, studded with emeralds and with tufts of white frost sticking out of a latch. Is that honey for Angel? Are you stealing my jewelry again? She says, suddenly crossed. Just then, a noise is heard to her left. The camera jolts to the left, catches some stalks gently waving.
Hello?
She asks. There is no answer. Another scene shift. Fluttershy is walking around the chicken coop. Her chickens are eating their breakfast while clucking as though in hushed tones, like they didn't want to be heard. Hold up. Let me read that again. Another scene shift. Fluttershy is walking around the chicken coop. Her chickens are eating their... Wait a second. It's supposed to be nighttime, so why the... Penny and our friends are quiet today. They must have heard about... What's this? She picks up another bit of silver jewelry. A plain ring next to another set of jeweled silver earring. All silver? Placed near the entrances to my rabbit hutch and my chicken coop and near the scarecrow? What is going on? Due to its rarity and brilliance, silver has been highly valued by many cultures of acres beyond and beyond. Besides using it as currency and in jewelry, many cultures attach near supernatural properties to the precious metal. The backbone tribes of the eastern lands built tales of them and ascribed healing to ancient silver to have magical properties, would often fashion charm silver to ward off curses, other maledictions. Another common belief that is much more sinister. Weapons crafted from silver can destroy certain threats. Sunburst, magic research. Sunburst, magic researcher, historian, focused. The classical archetype is, of course, the silver bullet. Just about any legend surrounding supernatural creatures, werewolves, vampires, even Night Stalkers say that. I need to look up what a Night Stalker actually looks like. Say that if you want to put one out of action permanent, you need either a silver bullet and silver arrow or a dagger with a silver blade. And I know that was horrible sunburst, but who gives a fuck? Having deduced that her pet angel, but that her...
Take a deep breath.
Having deduced that her pet bunny angel was suddenly taking her grandmother's silver jewelry, scattering by the property. Fluttershy was curious as to why. That night she set up a camera that would catch the rabbit act so that she could confront him. Camera with night vision enabled watchers asleep. Fluttershy slept peacefully. Camera's view is at a slight angle so that it can also watch a nearby dresser and Joey. The scene continues for a period. A dark form can be seen paddling to a dresser, gingerly climbing up the drawers and opening the jewelry, taking a handful of soap items, gently making its way out of fear. Fluttershy then opens one eye and slides open to grab the camera, having been 10 years asleep. Not hearing anything. Okay, Angel, let's see what you're up to, she says, fluttering.
Uh-oh. Did it go out?
Oh, no,
That's not good.
bad. Oh, God. Yep, he did. He's gone.
Oh dear, we lost. Oh, we got it back! Yay!
Well,
I think I'm losing my voice.
okay, I'm sorry about that. Someone just called me on Hangouts.
Oh, it's all right.
So that's why I went glitchy.
Yeah. Let me just sign out my Hangout. Oh wait, I can't. Fuck. God damn it. Just put on Do Not Disturb.
Yeah, do that. That should work.
God, I lost my Google Plus account because I got hacked. So I can't do that shit.
That's not
Oh,
cool.
God. Okay, okay. The camera stays trained on him as he visits the animal habitats, gently depositing the silver trinkets at each one. What on Equus?
Oh crap!
I'm kidding. Are you serious? Oh my God. Angel, his task finished. Wait. Okay, I made a mistake. Angel, his task finished, turns back around to see Fluttershy standing there with the camera trained on him. He gives off a squeak of fright and nearly faints when he sees her. He starts to squeak out some kind of explanation before Fluttershy stops him. What's that? The chili keeps it. Oh, for Marge's sake. The chili keeps it away? It keeps what away? She gently asks. He squeaks something else out, tripping like a leaf in the wind. The monster? What do you mean? I didn't see anything on my cameras. Angel, stop! There. Angel stops her, feverishly pointing in the direction of the rabbit hutch. Fluttershy looks and sees the hutch camera scanning the area. Oh, I forgot to check that one. Oh, why? You forgot to check one. Gosh darn it, Fluttershy. Yeah, right job! I'll have to do it in the morning right now. It's very late. It's very late, Angel. I know you're scared of whatever's out there, but you need to put these back. They're very important, and I can't lose them. He starts to squeak in protest, grabbing her foreleg and practically begging her to reconsider. She simply scoops him up. Excuse me. If you're really worried, I'll let the other animals come in the house tonight. But I'm willing to be that it's not a monster. Holding the camera away, she gives him a kiss on the forehead that begs him to start gathering the animals before walking back inside. Excuse me, pausing to take a look at the hush camera. She thinks. Do you hold a secret? She wonders. The view changes back to the green tinted camcorder. Fluttershy decided to leave it running in case any of the animals were disturbed at night, hopeful to perhaps catch the culprit scaring them. Fluttershy wishes her animals one last good night before hunkering down and drifting off to sleep. But shut loud, nothing happens. Excuse me. But soon the window curtains begin to flutter as an unseen breeze hits them, causing them to part. The sound of sliding wood is heard, and something can be seen moving through the now open window. Slowly, a black tendril creeps its way up Fluttershy's shoulder, resting there for a few moments before Fluttershy suddenly yelps in pain as the tendril draws back and shoots back out the window. Oh God, I hope this is not where I think this is going. Fluttershy now. Well, technically, it's not a club. This dog thing is not a club thing, so that's a good thing. Fluttershy now, wide awake, races to her bathroom with the camera until taking it off night vision and flickering on the lights. She now gets a real look at her shoulder and visibly shudders when she sees three wicked-looking claw marks etched into them. Every single legend about these monsters is unanimous. On one thing, they are utterly relentless once they have decided on their target. They will stop at nothing to attack it. They'll smash through barriers, walk through fire, anything to get to you, and only a silver knife can stop them. For some reason, I'm being reminded of that vampire episode from this crossover for some reason. Fluttershy's journal for this day makes note of the scratch marks she found. Excuse me. Her initial suspicion was that it was one of her animals having come into bed with her and being startled away after accidentally scratching her and waking her up. A talk with them revealed, however, that they had slept peacefully the entire night and had not come into a room. Fluttershy is once again in front of our webcam late the next night. Her face bears an expression of pure terror. She's shivering so much her teeth are threatening to stop shattering. She takes a few deep breaths, but it doesn't make much difference. And now I'm scared a little bit for some reason. Day 3, she begins. I've just reviewed the camera footage from the night before, and I now know something from Hobo stalking my animals and is now turning its attention to me. Her voice is cracking horribly, and her eyes are threatening to tear up as she speaks. I saw it stalking the rabbit hutch. My scarecrow. Come to the... What the fuck? Oh my god. Come to life. I couldn't believe my eyes. And then that something coming into my room. I'm afraid to even close my eyes. She starts to cry. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to protect my animals or myself. How can I stop something like this? Suddenly the screen goes black and the scene switches to Fluttershy looking through her camcorder. Camcorder. The cries of suddenly frightened animals start rounding through the house. Fluttershy rushes through rooms trying to calm the frightened, sheltering animals. It's okay. It's just a power outage. I'll go look. Oh no, that's not good. She gulps audibly as she slowly makes her way through to the back door. A flashlight, her only guide. She pans up to see the back door camera near the rabbit hutches down. Another gulp sounds as she makes her way cautiously toward where her power lines are. Her breathing is growing with each passing moment, and her heartbeat is now just audible through the camera's microphone. Soon, she finds her power lines and discovers that they have been cut. She starts to whimper with fear. Could it be? She whimpers before suddenly hearing something behind her, whirling around in time to catch a mass of something rushing past her and into the small cornfield. The camera is now shaking despite the fact that the image stabilization is on. Fluttershy swallows loudly and makes her way over to the cornfield. The walls looking sinister in the dim light of a flashlight. For some reason, I'm being reminded of Outlast 1 and 2 that I played on my Xbox One. She stops as she catches the sight of the scarecrow. Her breathing is now deep and rapid. Is there anyone in here? She weakly calls out. Hello? For a moment, nothing happens. Excuse me. The only feel being profile shot of the scarecrow. But then suddenly the head swings over to look at Fluttershy with red glowing eyes. Fluttershy screams in horror as the scarecrow suddenly grows a mouth and shrieks at her. A terrifying animalistic sound before leaping down off the post and slashing at her with what can only be described as claws sprouting from its hands. No! Fluttershy cries, immediately taking two wings to escape whatever this monster is. The creature howls at her, trying to grab her from the... Oh my god, it's a fucking werewolf! Trying to grab her from the air as she begins to fly away. Go away! Leave my animals alone! She shouts at it as it chases her. But she manages to gain ground on it and fly past her cottage over the apple orchard and landing in the middle of Ponyville Town Square. The camera turns toward her as she scans the area around her. Her eyes wide with terror and tears streaking down her face. For some reason, I feel like I'm alone in the call. Hello?
No, we're all here. We're just listening.
I got a little bit too intense all of a sudden.
It's okay. We have our mics on mute, so you can actually talk through it without any of us interrupting.
Yeah, okay. Sorry about earlier, by the way. I forgot to mute mine.
So. It's okay.
Anyways.
What was that thing? The cries before realizing how far she's flown. blind panic.
Oh no! The animals! What have I done?
Her thoughts are interrupted when she hears a growl and turns the camera to see a massive shadow moving up the building with the same red eyes as the scarecrow. So,
No!
she screams as it floats down. Also, RP headphone users. After her, reaching a long tendril for her as she gallops away, still holding the camera. I'm in panic. She keeps one till she sees the familiar outline of Kelso Boutique. All its windows darken, throwing all caution to the wind. Bloodshot runs up and starts pounding on the door.
Rowdy! Rowdy! Please let me in! Rowdy!
Camera. And out actually hurt. I'll never bang on my wall again. Damn. She cries, turning the camera to see the monster slinking through the street toward.
Rowdy! Hurry!
Noah suddenly flips over to reveal the old bastard with a car. And I feel stupid for doing a screaming huge for doing a scarecrow go scream.
I hate this! Sunshine!
Anyway,
Get on with it.
serious face. Serious face.
Sorry.
Hold on. Sunshine, what's wrong? You sound...
Oh my god, I'm feeling hot all of a sudden.
Sunshine, what's wrong? You sound like...
She's interrupted as Bloodshot barges in and slams the door shut, crying and trying to hold it shut.
Sunshine, please, what happened?
Verdi asks, concern evident in her voice.
Help me, hold the door.
Bleh!
Help me hold the door.
Bloodshot cries, trying to hold the door and the camera at the same time.
We can't let it in. We can't let it in. We can't let it in. We can't let what in?
Oh god, wait, Bloodshot.
We can't let what in?
Squid. Wait. Oh god, not the screaming bit. Verdi asks before something hard in the door and bars it open slightly, revealing the monster's flaming red eyes with an animalistic roar. Someone do a goalie Verdi scream for me, please. I'm not doing it again.
You asked and I provided.
Oh, get on with it.
Okay. Verdi's scream echoes through the room as she rushes to help Fluttershy hold the door. The creature continues to claw and pound on the door before its roaring stops. The two ponies breathe a sigh of relief at the seeming peace. Oh, but it's the team instead of seeming. Reggie turns to Fluttershy's camera as she locks the door.
What in Ponyville was that?
She asks.
I think it's what's been stalking my animals. It came into my house last night and scratched me. I think it's...
Fluttershy is interrupted by the sound of glass breaking.
It's coming through the window!
She cries as the camera pans to see the creature crawling through a broken window pane.
Quick! Upstairs! My study... My study doubles as...
Oh, fuck! Oh, God, I can't tell this is even a... Okay, it is.
My study doubles as a panic room.
Reggie cries, leading her friend up to the stairs to a flat while the creature was after them. She leads Fluttershy into a study and slams the door shut before double locking it. She looks into the camera.
I think we're safe now.
Oh, are you? Only for the door to suddenly fly off its hinges and the creature to rear up before them. It swore, "Oh my god, it's not a werewolf, it's a fucking lichen." Its was replaced with a noise like a wicked laugh. The creature then starts toward them, Fluttershy crying in terror and Rarely screaming. It raises two shadowy limbs lined with claws, and Fluttershy prepares for it to strike a death blow. Only for Rarity to grab a nearby letter opener with a magic and slash at it.
Get away from my friend, you beast!
She was at it, slashing again, causing the creature to slink back, screaming in pain. Wendy looks confused for a moment, looking back and forth between the apparently wounded shadow monster and the letter opener, before shouting in rage and charging at the beast, thrusting the letter opener into its shadowy body before finally plunging it between the flaming red eyes. Excuse me. The creature flails about, screaming in agony as its body begins to disintegrate before finally collapsing to the floor and disappearing from view in a wisp of black smoke. The letter opened up, clinging to the floor. I just realized something. This is not a lichen. This is not a lichen. If it was a lichen, there would be a lichen, the pony form of lichens. I did look that up too. Bloodshot keeps the camera focused on the spot of a few moments, both nerves beating heavily. Is it dead? She asks. Excuse me. I think so. Reggie's voice is hard. That was a horrible Reggie I just did just now. Well, fuck it. Bloodshot walks over and then stares at the letter opener. It's pure silver. Excuse me. It's pure silver. It was a gift from a client, Reggie explains. Bloodshot turns back to look at the frazzled unicorn. Angel Bunny was taking my silver jewelry and hiding it around. He said it was to keep this thing away. Silver must hurt it. She surmises. But what? Excuse me. But what was it? Reggie asks, sitting on her bed to try and catch her breath. Bloodshot turns back to the spot and look at it. Nothing happens. The creature is apparently dead. I don't know. Fearful to return back to her property that night, Bloodshot spent the night at Reggie's. The next day, she returned to her cottage, despite clearly being frightened. All of her animals were safe and unharmed. Since that fateful night, neither she nor her animals have been bothered by any nocturnal visitors. Although there have been no other sightings of strange monsters near Ponyville, strange sounds are still reported echoing from the depths of the ever-free forest, leaving us to wonder, do they live among us? And that's it.
That was a long story.
Yeah. I forgot this had 4,000 words. I wasn't expecting to read this long. I'm so sorry.
You're fine.
It's okay.
To be honest, sorry.
I was going to say that it actually did got tense near the end.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's where the Halloween theme music comes in.
Also, if you don't know what this show's crossovering, if you didn't know, and for some reason, I actually sound like the narrator who does the voice of that show. The show that it's a found footage horror documentary about cryptids, and it used to air on Animal Planet, but it's not aired anymore. And that show was called Lost Tapes.
You know, I've actually seen that a while back.
That's probably why I feel a little bit on edge and giggly, because oh dear God.
It sounds like you never read the story before.
This is actually the first time I actually read it. I came across this last week, and I thought, hell, instead of me doing an audio reading of it for my channel, why not I do it today?
Okay, now that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
And the story is called Lost Tapes, Equestrian Files, written by Knight Commander.
Nice.
Oops, sorry.
September Moon, you still there?
Yes, I'm still here.
Yes, I believe it's your turn here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my turn, you say? Well, give me a second, man. I feel so Alright, let me take a moment to compose
Get your
myself.
story.
Alright. Also, before we start, Lotus, can you do that baby scream again?
Do I have to?
No, do not do it, I swear to Celestia's son. Alright, I will read that. My story is...
Wait, everyone. Okay, September Moon, are you ready?
I was born ready.
I'll take that as a yes. So, everyone else, mute your mics. Let's take a listen to what you have to say.
I'll do that.
Pardon me, September Moon. I don't mean to interrupt, but how long does this go on?
Don't know.
Hold on.
Hmm?
What do you mean you don't know?
I haven't exactly tried reading it out loud, so...
Are there multiple chapters?
Yeah. Did I just wrong?
I think there might have been a bit of a misunderstanding. I mean, we were kind of like pointing towards little short stories here. I mean, since we don't exactly plan to go on all night.
Okay, I'm sorry.
It's all right.
It's okay. And look, I get that this sort of thing is kind of nerve-wracking. I mean, reading this thing out loud for the first time, especially to a bit of a small group. But yeah, I know how nerve-wracking it is. But for the sake of time here, especially for some of us,
I can let the next person go.
Oh. I mean, you sure?
Well,
Yeah, I think it's kind of our fault that we haven't exactly specified short stories here.
Yeah.
So
like we dropped the ball.
Yeah, sorry about that.
it's okay.
Just remember, it's not necessarily your fault. It's just we just didn't. We don't exactly know who's going to be reading what and for how long. And speaking of which, Secto, MLP Gala, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here, but I do need to kind of head to bed soon.
Okay. And you, Secto?
Affirmative. I'm kind of tired a little bit.
Yeah, I think that we're all getting tired here, but
I'm actually kind of wide awake, so yeah.
So unless that's, I think this thing's been driving you on sort of a little bit longer. In fact, let me ask you, Miss Moon, since you're here, are you actually planning to edit this?
No. Normally when I do podcasts, I just leave everything in.
Okay.
I mean, if everyone's getting tired and want to stop, we can always like pick this up another time, like even like
Yeah, I was
way
about
after
to say that.
way after Halloween. Like it doesn't matter. Because this is actually kind of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like we could probably
Yeah.
make it like not exactly a long running thing, but like maybe like an occasional podcast thing because it's gonna take us a while to finish reading Inferno anyway, so we got plenty of time.
Oh, sure.
Plus,
And
we could probably
again-
do certain things like afterwards too. Maybe.
Yeah, and yes, and again, September Moon. Sorry, it was actually our fault for not specifying for short stories. So, yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah, I'll do it as well.
We technically did mention it, but we didn't yeah.
I'm sorry. What was that? September Moon.
I said, that's okay.
Okay. Anyway, yeah, I think that everyone's pretty much tired here, and I think that where you are at in Miss Moon, it's pretty much midnight over there.
Oh yeah, just
So yeah.
it just turned, but I'm still fine. I have a couple of things I have to get ready for the morning anyway.
Yeah, I'm not sleepy, but I do kind of need to go to bed because I have church in the morning.
Yeah, same
Okay.
here, and I have to be there
Okay,
like
fair
super
enough.
early in the morning.
Feel like shit. So, are we ending this? Does anyone else want to take a turn?
What do you mean turn?
We can. Yeah, I know we start off saying like we'll each do like 2 stories before ending it, but we could end it here and then like maybe come back probably if possible on Halloween or maybe a little later than that and just continue like with the same theme of scary stories at least so like we
Okay.
each do like one each.
Halloween's in 3 days.
Oh
Let's
wait.
see. How about we put this to a vote? Those who actually want to actually do like a podcast part 2 on Halloween night, say aye.
I
And what say you, September Moon?
I'm fine with that. I'm on a podcast right now.
Okay, and remember, just for point of reference, next time, short stories.
You better tell that to A. So like 5,000 words or less.
Yeah, that sounds reasonable.
In the chat, that 8 needs to do that too because he's not here.
Yeah. I guess we can try doing it at the same time, though you may have to wait
Yeah,
for me.
I took care of it, by the way. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, we could try doing it at the same time. You may have to wait for me because I have dance practice that night, and I really don't want to go, but I don't exactly have a choice in the matter. So yeah.
I might be trick or treating with my nephew.
Yeah. Well, let's see what happens there on that night, and see who was available. Okay.
All right.
Okay. I had 2 other stories I was going to read. The Specialist Nightmares Live came out today, so. But,
And I guess
Yeah,
if
and I
I'm
have
checking
the
out.
story I wanted to read too, but you know what? I can pretty much save it for another night.
yeah, I probably should have started with Nightmares, but meh.
And I guess if I don't check it out next time, I guess maybe I'll do one of the other 2 urban legends I have planned.
The scarred mouth lady.
The slit mouth woman, yeah, that's actually interesting, and I didn't know that there were ways to get away from her till now.
Mm.
Boy, I bet for you this is going to take forever to upload. I mean, this video at least.
Yeah, but I don't mind it. I've uploaded like videos over an hour long, a little over an hour long. Yeah, it's gonna take a while to upload, but if I do it like on a day I'm not really doing anything, then really I've got all the time I need.
Okay. And you know what? How about
So it's sometimes.
How about we end it here?
All right.
I'm going to do that's fine. I'll just turn in the class and go to bed. It's fine with that.
All right.
Is that it then?
All right. So
Well,
we're end it here. I guess everyone say bye.
All right, bye.
I know, Dad. Bye. Signing out.
bye.
Goodbye, my little cheesecakes.
I'm out.
I'm sorry, Lotus. I couldn't resist.
Oh dear. Ah, good grief.